Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
And it's time for the rodeo sounder of the day. For those of you who may have forgotten, every single day at 8 o'clock, we give you a little sneak peek of what the sounder is. When we would just tell you what it is.
Well, this is the only way you can find out.
Right, to be hearing, when you're listening for it between 9 and 7, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., when at any random time, it could play in the middle of a song, it could play in the middle of a commercial, it could play between commercials, it could play between commercials and songs. When we're talking, you need to be caller 104 at 833-390-KRBE when you hear the sounder play between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. And you're going to be off to the rodeo. Rodeo Houston kicks off March the 4th. We're really excited about it. And here is the rodeo sounder of the day. Oh a whole farm. It's a whole farm.
You really managed to get all the animals in there.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
It's like what is it? The speak and spell or no? What was
Speak
that?
and see or see and say?
See and say.
Yeah, where you pulled the string and it went around the
Speak
little
and spell is
dot.
another stupid thing.
That was the thing where it had a robotic voice.
W.
And you try and get it to swear.
Yeah.
W. Okay, so that's the rodeo sound of the day. Randomly, when you hear farm animals, you're going to know it's time to call in for rodeo tickets. Rodeo Houston kicks off March the 4th. Now, we also want to talk about the wedding stuff, too, but we have to first start with something that started this morning when the show opened, right at 6 o'clock. If you don't get to hear us right at 6 o'clock, we just kind of have an open canvas. We just kind of welcome the show, start the day. It's our first day back in studio since the whole snow thing.
We're all in a good mood.
Off Monday, MLK. Then Tuesday, we were home because of the snow. Then yesterday, we were home because of the snow. And now we're here. Yeah, we were on various ways.
So I just wanted to do something kind of sweet for you. I brought you guys, because I know that Sam and Roula and Kevin love their coffee. Bought you guys a new coffee maker for the
espresso?
the show.
Thank you.
It does coffee, espresso.
Don't get too excited, Eric. It's
some
not
other
espresso.
things.
I'm like, the espresso, those are expensive.
But
They're bougie.
you immediately started. You started attacking them a little bit, Eric.
I did not attack anybody.
Saying that they
Eric
have
attacks everyone
an
who drinks
addiction.
coffee in the morning.
I think we have proof that you did attack.
Let's hear the audio of that, shall we? Let's go to the tape.
You guys are
on the
miserable
caffeine.
in your
You're a
lives,
coffee
and you have to
snob.
have coffee to make
No,
yourself
Eric
feel
is
better.
a snob.
Because I see how you guys act if you don't get your coffee. And
Part of
this
it,
not
Eric,
fun.
is the ritual,
We've
the
seen how you act
routine.
about your bourbon.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
We could argue that too.
But not every day in the morning.
They don't start shaking
every
when
day
they
at
don't
night.
have it.
Yeah, you don't see me at nighttime.
No, we see you on Instagram
Oh, yeah.
with like Bourbon Eyes.
Yes. Is Eric crying?
Bourbon eyes.
Eyes.
It's like,
I
is
love
there
that.
syrup for coffee? I never thought to put syrup in coffee before.
I'm just
No,
saying-
it's bourbon.
I was just trying to say
Bourbon
before
Eyes.
I know Kevin has a song, but before I was just saying that I don't want to be a slave to a coffee in the morning to be able to work.
But you're a slave to bourbon after work, so you
that.
can
I mean,
live.
I just do it once in a while. I can say
a
no.
while,
and
meaning
I can
every
stop.
day.
No, I mean, not every day. I only had one once this week.
He doesn't have bourbon every day. He has wine or beer, but not bourbon.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not the
some
same.
wine.
Okay, so bourbon is your treat.
But to get up, like some people have to, if they don't have their coffee, they cannot work.
Well, caffeine is a drug. It's
Well,
a
also,
stimulant.
they don't like their jobs. So
Yeah.
anything to make them happier and make the day go better.
And I've
fine.
had some crappy jobs, so I understand that you need something. So I love this job. I love getting up at 3, 4 in the morning. That's not the best, but I don't
That
need
you're also
it.
coffee shaming. So a special case.
Because you guys
Which
need
way
it.
did you go with Bourbon Eyes? There we go. And another song has been born on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Yes!
Bourbon Eyes for
Eric's
Eric.
Bourbon Eyes.
Oh, the Bourbon Eyes.
glassy
coffee
look.
shamer.
I'm sure
You're
there's a few
coffee
in there, but
shamer.
usually I do the stories so they go away.
Yes.
Yeah, probably for
Didn't
everyone.
somebody
post
shame
those.
you on your stories? Like, if you drink too much, every single time you're on Instagram, all you're doing is drinking that iced tea, but we know it's bourbon.
Not too bad. It's once in a while.
Now, stories go
But most
away.
of my true spirit animals out there, my fans, my friends, they get me. They understand.
Spirit animals.
He's either walking his dog
Yeah.
or drinking a bourbon on Instagram.
When you do
Just not
stories,
together, though. I
they
would if I could,
archived?
but
Can you archive all your stories?
Yes,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can
they're
go to your
safe.
Instagram and you can see all the things you posted on
Yep.
your story.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, go to your little, go far right.
Uh-huh.
And then if you go to...
I thought they went away, the stories.
I thought they
yeah,
just
but
went
you
away.
you can
nothing
find
goes
them.
away, Kevin.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah, you can find them.
Oh, no.
Delete does
I
not
don't see.
exist in the digital world. There is no such thing as delete. You may not see it, but those
So we could-
oligarchs
we
that
could
run
And then
the
you go
world
to,
do.
okay, so you
Okay.
went to your picture on the far right, and then you click the top 3 little guys up top, and then you scroll down, and it says archive with the little, clock-looking guy.
Oh.
And you click that, and you can see stories archive.
Oh,
You
Kevin,
can
new
see-
assignment You could put a
that-
montage of his Bourbon Eyes.
I know, but only he has access to it.
I'll give it to you. I'll let you.
Like 5 years ago on your guys' on the Real and Ryan show, we had one of the Real Housewives with us. Remember her?
I have no idea.
Which one?
I don't remember her name, but we had her in studio with us.
Does it say-
Wait, but
what
you're
was she
looking at you
selling?
didn't tag her?
Does it say,
This
yeah.
was
What was she selling?
She was doing a book. Didn't she have a book?
Met a Real Housewife of Dallas.
Oh, that was my friends. They
I
burned
don't watch
down.
that one.
They were
Yeah, I don't know.
they were like at Sugarland or something, Smart Financial, or they were doing one of those.
Oh,
Real
okay.
Housewives.
But it was just on my story, so I must have not tagged her on my story. So, yeah, but
weird
that's how
that
you can do
didn't tag her
that.
because she was the guest in the studio.
I don't know. I guess I didn't have her name.
Mine always just
Bourbonized.
Bourbonized? He's got Bourbon Eyes.
Bourbon Eyes. Dumb. Bourbon Eyes. Which, bourbon is an expensive thing to serve at your wedding. If you're going to go with the liquor list, some people can choose to just do beer and wine, and others do the full premium bar.
If you're gonna do it right. Don't get the Johnny Walker Scotch that's red label.
You do whatever you can afford and stop complaining,
Eric, are
bourbon
you getting
snob.
No, I'm just saying,
bougie
just
with your
don't do
alcohol
it.
picks?
Why?
Because
Anybody who likes booze is like, fine, okay, I'll
they
drink
won't
that.
like that.
If it's free,
Oh,
wow.
if it's free, they're gonna drink it.
No, I'm just telling you. If
Yeah.
you want to save money, you better off not having it at all. If you're gonna do the red.
I don't think so. I disagree with
it's
that.
not
Such
the
trash.
black.
I think if all of us
Yeah.
were at a
Then you
wedding
can't
and
do
there
it.
was Johnny Walker Red as the choice, if we don't like Johnny Walker Red, we would just pick something else or just drink it because it's
Mix
free.
it with something.
And our guests are
Yeah,
being
Eric,
generous.
Not everybody's got
I mean,
this
our host.
sophisticated palate that you have.
Yes.
I'm just saying most people do.
So
when
he's
it
a
comes to
bourbon
that.
shamer
When it
at
comes to
weddings
red,
now.
yeah, nobody
Oh,
drinks the
God,
red. Red is for
red.
For
I don't even know
what?
why they make
For
that.
mixers?
It's for It's for the
Is that
well
even-
at the
yeah.
bar.
Is it for mixing?
That's what someone
If you do
comes
like a bourbon and Coke, it's Johnny Walker
an
Red?
uncle at your house comes over, wants to drink all your stuff. You can go, here you go, drink.
Oh,
this.
he's so loaded he
What's
won't
so
know the
wrong with
difference.
I really don't know. What is so wrong with Johnny Walker Red? You are really turning people upside down who like to drink that. What is that? What's wrong with it?
I'll bring some for. I'll go buy some and let you try it.
It all tastes like
Well.
gasoline to me. I mean, I'm not going to know the difference.
No, you will. Kevin would know.
All right, bring me the good
Probably,
stuff.
but
bring
I-
me the super expensive stuff and
I like
bring me
scotch.
the red. I want to see what
I
it
want to
is.
do a
Right.
taste testing where you're blindfolded and you've got to literally pick which one it is. We'll have 5 different
I mean,
brands.
You can try it.
Put it to the test.
I can tell you more about which one I like and stuff. Like a better, there's a better
Note.
blue Johnny Walker Blue compared to Johnny
How do you
Walker
describe
Red.
it?
You know,
Like,
different
so-
levels.
But it's still a blend.
Is it like
Yeah.
Dr. K versus Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Is that where you're
Are
putting me?
you
in
so
my brain?
advanced
Right.
that you could say, ooh,
No.
well, this barrel
No, I'm not that.
had a little bit of cork in it?
No.
Cork,
nor
but
do
you
I
can
care.
taste
Why
when
not
they
taste
put
the
it
cork if I had cork in it?
in cherry.
It's floating on the top.
This barrel
And
was
by the
made
way,
of cherry wood or
When I went to HEB to get stocked up for the Snowmageddon, I got the Dr. B, HEB, Dr. Pepper
Okay.
ripoff, and it's
Uh-huh.
really good.
tastes the same.
I finally found one that actually tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Oh, nice.
How do they not get
Dr.
sued?
B.
I don't get that.
It's about imitation is the highest form of
Flattery.
Flattery, is it
Yeah,
not?
it's taking money out of
And
my
they can
pocket.
just
I don't
figure
want
it
that. I wouldn't want that flattery.
Okay, so don't have your Johnny Walker Red
I'm just
according
trying to help
Eric. Or
people.
just don't invite Eric to your wedding because he's not nice.
I'm helping you.
about How
I'm
you
helping
choose
you.
to spend your money on him. But there are wedding trends for 2025, and one of the titles of the people that you should hire is something that didn't even exist maybe even 7 years ago to hire. Is it just more ways to waste your money when you're planning a wedding? We'll find out next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
We've known each other a long time. Eric and I actually got married the same week, didn't we?
Our first
Our
marriage.
first marriage.
To their first wives,
Yeah, 97.
not to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, Eric and I got married.
We had to keep it on the down
It
low
wasn't
back
legal
then.
then, guys. I'm just saying.
Irvin really liked that joke.
I'm sorry, but
The podcasters are going to really love that laugh.
Ryan is not my type.
That was a good one there.
Maybe his wallet's nice, but
Okay, so we're talking about wedding trends for 2025. If you got engaged recently, somebody in your family is engaged, and the wedding planning storm is starting, you're thinking, well, where are we supposed to, go heavy on the budget and light on the budget? Where can we save money and all the things? If you just are tuning in, you missed Eric snobbing out about your liquor you're going to give him for free.
no, I'm just saying, the red Johnny Walker, just pass
It's just
on
fine.
Just pass
Mix
on
it with Coke or Sprite and
it's
move
the
on,
way
get drunk and
you
dance.
told everybody, you said,
my God.
well, if you're going to do that, you might
You're
as well do
thinking
nothing
of like
at all.
seasoned adult Eric. Go back to 22-year-old Eric and tell
Yeah.
that guy not to have
Well,
Johnny
that one,
Walker
the
Red.
first
He's not
marriage,
going to care.
I just had kegs.
Yes,
and
just beer.
Yeah.
Some maybe a few
Nothing wrong
highballs.
with that.
There's nothing wrong with
we,
that.
Can we all in here agree universally that whether you want to say it out loud or not, you sigh if you are invited to a wedding with a cash bar?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's when you don't go.
You're like, come on.
Or a dry wedding?
That's weird.
Like,
Oh,
what are you
gosh.
thinking?
Because one of the heaviest parts of throwing a wedding,
That's a short
the
reception.
cost of the reception is the booze. And there are two ways to pay for the booze. They will tell you, we'll do an umbrella booze package where we're going to say y'all are going to consume this much and whatever you don't consume, you get back. Or we're going to do the per drink total. And everyone's always conflicted like, oh God, I don't know which one's
Or
worse.
tab bar.
Because you got to go like this. Aunt Jenny never drinks, but Uncle Ed drinks for 5.
Yep.
So how's it going to balance out? Because, I've been to weddings, guys, where I've had plenty of drinks, and I've been to some weddings where I barely had one.
And this is all about future trends for this year. Is there like anything in there for like a coffee bar? Since we talked about coffee,
Nope.
I figured people
No
would love
coffee
coffee.
bar.
They could try different cappuccinos.
Yeah, and you put
lattes.
booze up in coffee,
Yeah, you
too.
could do
What-
that.
what I
An
feel
early
like-
wedding, that'd be nice.
And then they'd
Yeah.
stay up. They'd actually stay later because
Yeah.
they'd be wired.
What I feel
Yeah.
like is interesting that there is a 2025 trend is something that's been happening for at least 20 years.
Lay it on me.
Custom dance floors, where the dance floor is wrapped with your logo or your
That'd be cool.
or your.
I've never seen that.
At my wedding, we had it. My wedding dance
There's
floor
a lot
was
of people
white.
on the dance floor. I can't
Is that
remember now
really
the other time I was
expensive
performing.
to do?
I'm sure.
At the time,
Like
it was one of
wrapping
the
it?
newer things to do. I think because I got married in 2009, and I had seen the light of the logo of the couple being shined on
Yes.
wood
That's what I thought
floors
they did
before
there.
that.
Yeah, the gobo.
But mine was wrapped white with our wedding logo color on the white dance floor.
Did you keep the floor then?
No, it's just a wrap.
They
You just
bring
pull it
in.
right off.
They can bring in a dance floor.
It's like the Rockets when
Is
they
it
bring the new
realistic, like-
floors.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Your
what.
bathroom?
That's what they do at weddings. They definitely bring in the floor. You can either use the one that the hotel owns, or have someone else
Service.
bring it in that lights up or something like
yeah,
that.
now it's light up floors.
Yeah,
and
that's-
stuff.
I've seen that a lot.
Have you ever DJ'd a beach wedding?
I can't think of doing a beach wedding on the top of my
'Cause
mind.
Sometimes they'll put like a little wood floor in the sand.
Oh, I've definitely never done that. That'd be a mess.
I
So
didn't
custom
beach
dance
weddings, but mine
floors
was on
one
a
of the
pier.
top 2025 trends.
But let me tell you one little hack I did in Mexico was I went to Costco and we bought our own booze and then we were able to return what we didn't drink.
But that's because your hotel or your place allowed it.
Yeah.
If you're
Oh, it was
getting
a
married,
private villa.
That's what I'm saying. If you are trying to get married in a venue,
Right.
They will not.
There's
allow
no BYOB.
the
I will
outside
give you
stuff.
props, Kevin. That was the most fun I think I'd ever had at a wedding. And no offense to you, Roula. Roula, yours was the most lavish wedding I've ever attended, ever.
So nice.
I mean, it was
What do you
just.
think of Eric's wedding?
It was like
that fun?
perfect. I didn't get to make Eric's wedding.
He's
I
busy
know. I was
I
trying
know
to.
that is. I've been
I was
busy.
trying to like hang
You were
on to
doing
my
what happened
first
to me.
marriage.
Trying moving.
Yeah.
Moving sucks.
I know the heavier
We were
you're
literally
adulting,
to the point where
the
we were going
harder
to
it
break
is to
up. I
travel.
mean, it was so bad.
I know that's why it's great when people get married in their 20s. You're in your 20s.
Yeah, you can
have
just
as much going on.
the fly, go wherever you
You
need.
can go to those weddings.
Okay, so the next big trend for 2025, and let me tell you what the number one is that didn't exist probably even maybe 7 to 10 years
Maybe
ago.
Sam's had this. Let's see.
It's not a photographer. It's not a videographer. It is a wedding content creator.
Oh, that's
What, for social media?
A wedding content creator.
It's like something Irvin would
is
make
the
up.
person that on the fly will make vignettes of your wedding and instantly
Oh.
put them out there for your Instagram.
No thanks.
Like little clips. On top of that, you will spend money on a drone coordinator.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I saw
Yeah.
that last wedding that I did.
The
had a
drone footage.
I had,
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
had drone footage from my
So
wedding.
you've got the
That's cool.
photographer, the videographer, the content creator, and the drone operator.
Yes.
Damn.
Man, they're
you can
adding
have all the
so
aerial
much.
shots.
I mean, Irvin, I like you, but I'm going to get married this year, and I'm
That
not
sounds expensive.
I'm not flying you to a destination to post us on social
Right.
Y'all
media.
can't afford me.
Should.
Ryan's Ryan's
No,
gonna have
you'd
the
be
drone on his
surprised.
shoulder and be like, "Oh, hold on, wait. Are we supposed to kiss now? Wait, let me operate this thing and make it fly up so we can get the kiss from the aerial view."
Yeah.
But you're
yeah.
gonna operate it yourself to save cash. You know what I mean? Like it's like everybody can buy a drone at Costco. Okay, the other 2025 big wedding trend is small wedding parties. Not bridesmaids and groomsmen in the 30 and 40 numbers on the
Hello.
altar with you.
That's
Yeah.
Not 20. Like just a couple of bridesmaids and a few groomsmen, and that's it. Not a lot.
How many bridesmaids did you have?
I had 5.
5.
I had my sister-in-law, my 2 sisters, and my 2 friends, my BFFs. And that was pretty good. I think 5 is a nice.
Eric,
That's
do you
good. For
remember?
I
Number,
feel like that's
yeah.
very low. I would have thought
I think it's like
yours would've been
Sam. I didn't
higher.
have a whole lot up there. I think
Did you have how many
I had
groomsmen did you
3.
have?
no,
bridesmaids.
because I got married in Cancun.
Cancun,
It was just
yeah.
me up. I was just
So
up
no
there.
groomsmen?
Oh,
There were no bridesmaids.
Us
groomsmen.
either.
Yeah,
I
no.
just wanted when you do those things, you just
Yeah.
want to get up there.
I was
Yeah.
there for you.
Plus, I
Jeff.
wasn't,
Yes,
I
you
wasn't
were.
23.
But I didn't stand up there with y'all.
No. You had done enough. You made
Kevin,
us look pretty.
how many did you have?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You didn't have any.
No,
You
it
didn't
was
have
none.
any.
I don't remember any.
No.
Okay, the other wedding trend for 2025, which for me, I think I'm just really traditional, and I'm not a fan of this. I've seen this for many years, and I feel like you spent so much money and you spent a lot of time to pick that dress. Why are you changing? A 2025 wedding trend is to have multiple wedding dresses. So you can get married in the first one, and then change for the dinner part, and then change for the dancing part. I'm like,
Shorter
oh my
one.
God,
I've seen
it is
that.
so
I've
expensive
been
to have
to
a
one like
wedding
that.
dress. Why are you going to spend thousands of dollars on a wedding dress and wait 5 months
Because
for it to
they
be made,
wanna
only
start-
to wear it for 35 minutes?
They want to start dancing
Lay it on!
and partying.
Some of them
that
come
wear that
apart.
dress.
Like some of them like unsnap.
Yeah, I've seen the bottoms. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Like they kind of come off. Like the ball gown part comes off, and
cool.
it's a skinny
Yeah.
dress underneath.
Mine
Yeah,
wasn't
it's-
like that,
it's
but I at least had
multipurpose.
like snaps in the back that I could take my train and like attach
Well, you
it
bustle
to the
for sure.
Yeah,
You gotta
and then I
bustle.
could.
Do the bustle.
I've been to one where the gown, the bride had this amazing gown, and then the reception hall was actually connected to the whole place where it was done. And then she disappeared with I thought they were just taking photos, but when she came back into the reception area, she was wearing like a cocktail dress. And then they just danced the night away.
Is there anything in there about wedding exits? Because, the exit in that picture is always a fun one. There's the sparklers look really cool, especially the big long ones.
But yeah, those are very dangerous.
They
so you have to
are
be very
dangerous,
careful.
Rula.
You
They
go-
are.
Manny's gonna get
bustle
burned.
is gonna be a
Nana's
blazing
getting
bustle.
burned.
What was the
or
purpose
some
of-
little like flower girl might not realize and run into it.
Birdseed. What was the purpose of that back in the day?
It was rice.
Or rice.
Right.
It was rice.
Because rice would expand.
What was the
and
purpose of it?
It's
Shows
a
the
tradition.
birds.
You
I don't
look
think
up
it
the
would.
wedding tradition of rice.
I think that was false. Like
You think that's an urban myth?
I think it is an urban
Because they
myth.
would throw rice at weddings. I
think
remember.
the birdseed company got involved, and the lobbyists pushed for that. And Rice Aroni didn't have enough money
Uncle
to
Ben.
fight. Yeah.
Right.
Rice Aroni did
Throwing
not have
rice
the
at
lobbies.
weddings
Yep.
is a tradition that symbolizes fertility, prosperity, and good luck for the newlyweds.
That's good.
That's literally
It
the
gets
only
stuck
reason.
everywhere in your
It does.
ear.
It doesn't have anything about
car?
exits, Kevin, but it does talk about last dances. You know, there's a first dance.
Oh, there's a last
There
dance
should be a
now?
last dance.
Absolutely, and this is what we
What's
have
that?
to do. And Ahmad was there to witness this. He's like, wait, where are we going? You, as a DJ, I ask everyone to leave the dance floor, everyone, and then I put on the song, and then I leave and I walk out
I
as
thought you were
well.
going to say you dance.
No, but I did. Both Ahmad and I did dance at the last wedding that we went to.
Some people do that. They have
It's
those
fun.
people that go out there to get people warmed up.
But do they do a last dance where the bride and groom are ready to bust out of the reception? So this is the last dance for the bride and groom?
That we call it the last private dance because we've
Yeah.
already pre-recorded the exit. We always do a false exit. Like I'm like, all right, I need everyone for a moment to go to the exit and grab the sparklers. We're
Oh,
going to
for
do
the
a
pictures.
picture,
Okay.
and then I need y'all to come back in. That's the hard part. I need y'all to come back in. Don't leave. There's still more left, and here we go.
Okay, let me ask you all this. When y'all got married, however many times you've been married, did you guys leave before all your guests did?
Yes.
I wanted to stay
I did.
till the last one.
Well, I lived at the house where we had the reception, so I
choice.
couldn't
Kevin had to
leave
have
the
the people
villa.
out. I remember because
We kept the party going. I think we had to put you to bed. Actually.
we stayed till the very, very end. I think it was like 2 a.m, Kevin. You're just kind of like, okay, everybody, like, get out of
Well,
here.
that's the hard part, Kev, because you had them in the house where you're sleeping. But Sam, at your wedding, did you leave before your guests did, and they kept partying without you?
No, we
That's what I'm
all
saying. I mean,
went
we're
back to
paying
the
for it.
hotel
I
and
think we
partied
shut
at
ours
the
down.
hotel.
Because next morning we had to get on a plane to go to Vegas or something.
Yeah, I wanted to
first
stay
time.
to the last. I want to be
Yeah.
with the last dances and get out of there.
You see that in movies all the time. It's like still daylight, and they see
they
them
leave.
just leave
And you're like, what are you
with
doing?
the cans that just married. I'm like,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
why are you leaving now?
All of your friends and family are there. I have cousins that live in Australia, and they had planned a really elaborate, like, world honeymoon. They wanted to go see the family in Greece. They wanted to go see the family in all these different places. And so they had booked their honeymoon to start the next day. Okay, so that summer, it was in the summertime. I did not go to the wedding in Australia, but I was in Greece that summer visiting my grandparents, and I saw them, and they were saying, you know what the weirdest thing we didn't plan for? We were sad to leave all the people that are still in our hometown right now because all of your worlds collide for your wedding.
Yep.
And then you're scurrying off to go to your honeymoon. And okay, that's great. You want to be alone, but you're going to be alone the rest of your lives. And all of these people are only there for those 2 days. And they felt like regret kind of dang
Yeah, but
it, we just left everybody at the party.
in Cancun, when you guys were all still at the hotel, we went
Yeah.
to LeBlanc or something.
To a different resort.
And we're like, I mean, we love each other, but we're like, oh, all of our friends, everyone's
I
still
know
over
we
there.
were missing them, guys.
So we went
When
back.
Eric and Nikki left for LeBlanc, we were like, oh, okay, that sucks. We're not going to see them. But we were still like,
Well,
you know,
didn't
having
everybody just
lunches and
assume,
dinners together and going to
hey,
the beach together.
We were there for the
They
whole
just
week.
got married. They want to consummate the relationship.
It's not about that night, though. We're talking about.
I feel like
A lot
that's
of people
so
do.
like overrated.
Yeah.
You did it before the
2
wedding.
minutes.
Who
2 minutes
cares?
later, I'll be joining you guys.
I'm
It's all
already
good.
drunk and in my dress. You're not probably going to get this off me tonight.
One last.
I'll see you in the morning, babe.
One
That's
last
bad luck
top
if you
wedding
don't.
trend. Should we mention this
Well, I'll
one?
let you know.
That's for me.
I was passed out.
Look at Sam.
Oh, so you're saying
I have
there
no
was
shame in
no.
my game. Heck no. You kidding me? After all that drinking? No. Don't
still
touch
supposed to
me.
do that.
You
You're
lay on
supposed to-
your side of the bed. I'll lay on my side of the bed.
According
and
to
I'll
Eric,
sit
Tim,
that
your
there.
marriage
everybody's
should be
supposed to,
doomed.
you're supposed
Yep.
to do it. Like
Eric thinks your marriage is doomed
No,
if you didn't do
That's
it
No,
that
mine
night.
was if you go down the aisle, remember?
And you're not
And you don't
crying.
cry.
The guy's not like crying when they see you. Not that it's doomed, but it's a good sign if they see you and they're crying that marriage is really going to be strong. And your husband's a wuss like me.
Oh, stop.
We have our feelings.
there's nothing not manly about.
By the way, we're
crying.
getting a lot of texts that I was right about that red, Johnny Walker red.
Well, you're obsessed with that.
People are agreeing. It's pee. People are saying.
Oh my God, stop. It is not. Mix it with some Sprite and
You
go on
need
your
to have
way.
a podcast just
Go
about.
have a dance with your
booze.
friends who
There's
are
too many out
hosting
there.
you. Stop. Okay, last thing I'm going to tell you guys. Themed dress codes is the trend this year for 2025.
Oh, no.
I'm going to get married. I'm going to tell you guys, it's 20s theme. Everybody come dressed like Great Gatsby.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah. We
You seen that
definitely
guy?
went to one where it was like
Star Wars?
it was all it was you had to
let
wear
me get my
linen. It was a
stormtrooper
linen.
outfit.
It was like a white linen night type of deal.
Okay.
Oh well, that's not bad. That's
That
kind
was
of
cute.
fun.
It was in Mexico,
Yeah,
so
they
it
have
felt
like
good.
black tie events, so I feel like that's not
This is like
weird.
winter time or
Well,
something.
theme.
yeah.
Fit.
I mean, black tie is different.
Yeah.
Black tie, black
I mean,
tie
if it's
optional.
like
That's
Harry
pretty standard.
Potter, I don't
But
want to do
theme.
that.
Like
I
we're
gotta
gonna
walk
do
around with a wand.
glow in the dark colors, or we're gonna do like a
gosh.
glow up theme. Everyone's gonna wear like bright colors. Everyone's gonna wear like 20s. Everyone's gonna do whatever. I don't know if I look at Eric's face already. He's annoyed you invited him to that.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to come to your wedding if it's a
Then I got to go and buy all that weird theme crap that I'm never going to use again.
Especially if you get your like some old grandpa there and they're in a wheelchair trying to get in there and they're gonna.
Grandpa, why you dressed
make
like
a-
Luke Skywalker?
Harry Potter wedding. Well, congratulations to the 2025 engaged couples. I hope it goes smoothly, but get ready for the tears and the fun.
Yep.
Tears of joy and tears of sadness.
And then it's over,
Why did
and then
you
you're
say
sad
that
again.
about us? All right. So, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, the official Academy Award nominations are in. The whole thing has happened. We'll tell you who's up, who's out, and who got skipped next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Get ready. This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. And yeah, did you miss that? Post Malone is doing collaboration with Oreo. It hits on February
Is that
the
a new
3rd.
rapper? Is that DJ?
DJ Oreo.
The cookie?
Oh, it's a cookie.
Yes, the cookies. He has collaborated with Raising Cane's. He's done lots of different
Go drink your
collaborations.
bourbon, Eric.
I know, right? Thought you
Get
put that
some
thing away. So you can start pre-orders at Oreos.com if you're very excited about it. It is a salted caramel / shortbread cream that has been mixed. And one side is the chocolate cookie and the other side is the golden cookie.
Sounds pretty good.
Better get that out now because the Girl Scouts are coming.
February 3rd's the day, man. That's the
Yep.
day. All right, so the Academy Award nominations have come down. Now, because we are Central Time Zone, if you turn on the television right now, they're actually being announced, but they got announced an hour ago when we were doing the last scoop.
Okay.
Like right when we were doing the last scoop, they were just starting up. And, you know, I could go over some of the stuff that is prime, but so many projects. We talked about this with Golden Globes. Nobody knows them. Nobody knows who did what for what and what is that movie about and all this.
There
But-
weren't a lot of major blockbusters this year.
And here's the difference. If you did pay attention to the Golden Globes, half the people nominated for Golden Globes did not get nominated for Oscars. Angelina Jolie, shut out. Nicole Kidman, nope. Selena Gomez, nope. A lot of people.
Oh, that's tough for ratings if they're looking for it's a business.
Right, because
looking
you
at the
want the
nominees.
big, very familiar stars to be in that front row.
We got a few like Titanic. That one year Titanic was out and Forrest Gump. They had
Oh,
a good
yeah.
run there. Pulp Fiction, all those.
Totally.
All those big movies, but
90s.
I'm looking at these names.
Demi
I'm like,
Moore
I don't
got
even
one,
know
though,
most of
for
them.
The Substance. She won the Golden Globe for it, so she could have a very real chance of winning an Academy Award, and that would be really epic
That'd be
based
cool.
on what she said in her speech at the Golden Globes that 30 years ago, a producer told her she's a popcorn actress, and it stuck with her, so she never thought she could do serious film or be taken seriously for out-of-the-box kinds of projects. Now, I have not seen The Substance because I won't be able to stomach it. I know what it's about, and I don't want to see it.
Because I'm
grossed
spoiled it
out.
for you.
Oh,
No,
gave away the ending.
listen, it's not just
I
Ahmad.
didn't,
Ahmad, it
yeah.
wasn't just you. It was, I
mean, you
was
spoiled
listening
it,
to
he-
somebody
he
else
told you
say
what you wanted to hear.
for 45 minutes, I thought they were going to throw up in a trash can watching that, and I don't need to see it. Yes.
It's a body horror, so
I
lots
can't.
of blood and guts and
Oh,
eyeballs.
I can't.
I'm not gonna
can't.
watch that.
But
I
I will
wanna see
say
it.
the most
Why,
disgusting
Kevin? You
scene
watch-
is Dennis Quaid eating shrimp. Like the way he's like chewing on it and gnawing on it, I think that was the most.
They zoom in on his
Because
teeth.
you don't like to listen to people eat?
The way it is, like it's like all the
chomping?
blood and guts is like yeah, whatever. But Dennis Quaid like firing Demi Moore while chewing
Especially
on
because shrimp can be like all limp and like
And
wet.
it's
and you're
gross.
Like, he's biting.
Well, that's
gross.
weird
That
because a very
little brown
famous
line.
Hold on, a very famous shrimp eating scene is Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11. When
yeah.
Julia Roberts is coming down the stairs of the Bellagio, and Danny Ocean tells him that's her, that's Tess, and he's eating shrimp cocktail, and he's like, "Well, I'd probably rob a casino for her too," or whatever his line was.
What do you do with the shells? Did you see them or the?
It was just the tails.
Okay,
But in
You-
every
you
scene
don't
of
eat the
Ocean's
tails,
11,
you
by
just
the
break
way,
them
Brad
off
Pitt's
and-
eating.
but he had that dish with him and he was eating that way. You got to put the
Yeah.
Where,
He
are you,
put 'em in
where
the-
are you putting the tails?
He's got to throw it somewhere.
No, he put him in the dish. Why are
but
we
then it
getting down
gets
to the
mixed
minutia of
back
this?
with the.
I didn't know like if he was walking around. I thought he was
No,
walking.
he
with
was
it.
holding he's holding the dish with the shrimp cocktail, and he's eating the shrimp cocktail, and Julia Roberts coming down the stairs. And so when you're eating a shrimp cocktail, you just have the tail.
That's also Brad Pitt. He could do anything.
Yeah,
And look cool.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah,
probably
he's eating
more
in every-
handsome.
in every
And Dennis
scene.
Quaid was
Maybe
like a
30 years
skeezy-
ago.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid's like 75 years old. He's not going to look.
Also, hearing people eat is such a turnoff. That's like a thing. It's like a not like a phobia, but there's like an aversion. People cannot stand listening to people eat.
And then some people love it with
Yes.
ASMR.
ASMR. Like when we do Try It Tuesday, there are some people like locked in for us to try something and eat on the air, and there are others like, ugh.
Does that disturb you that
I can't hear y'all.
some dude could be listening to you eating and he's just all like, oh, yeah.
What's paid $500 every 30 seconds I do it, I'll do it all day long, honey. I got property taxes to pay at the end of the month.
I'll eat whatever you want in front of you. Give me some money.
Okay, so back to the Oscars as we go on our tangents like we do
Sorry.
on the Roula and Ryan show.
That's how we do it.
You can go to Oscars.com to see the whole thing. March 2nd is where it's going to happen. Conan O'Brien is the host, which actually I'm really surprised he agreed to it because the last 5 years at least of hosting Oscars and Golden Globes has been so contentious and dramatic. Nobody even wanted to do it.
Well, Conan's the kind of
Nobody
guy
even
where-
wanted to do it.
You just don't feel like there's going to be any skeletons in his
Plus,
closet.
he's had a tough. Both his parents died last month.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that.
That's right.
Within,
I
like, a
remember
week
that.
of each
Gosh,
other
I
or
missed
something.
that. From what?
I mean, they're older. I can't
Old
remember.
age.
Yeah, I mean,
Not like an
it wasn't
accident or
an
something.
anything.
No, they
Okay.
were ill.
ill, and so this is probably therapy for him, just to keep his head in and.
Sure.
And
focus
what did
on
we
the
learn
show.
from Joe Coy? I want to say Joy Coy.
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy. It takes a team of comedians and writers to do those
You
monologues.
can't just come in and
you have to
read somebody
agree on the
else's
jokes.
stuff.
And he's going to hire his old crew.
Oh, of course.
He knows they know
It's
him.
pretty fun.
Yeah, I think he'll do great. I love that guy.
Conan's always been solid. Funny guy.
So we can go to just really real quick. This is the best film or the best picture because there's 10 of them now. They used to not do that, but they best picture is Anora, The Brutalist, which won the Golden Globe. A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked.
I wish you put like 3 fake ones in there. You could guess which one's
I wouldn't
it'd be
even
like-
know.
Romy Michelle's High School Reunion Part 2.
Most of those movies I've never heard of.
Well, you could start
You could have
doing
just
your
made
homework.
up anything, and
I
I'd
know.
be like, oh, okay.
That sounds like a
Interesting.
movie that I wouldn't watch. That sounds snooty.
Exactly.
Well, y'all can do your research.
We
and-
don't have any good popcorn
which ones
movies this
to-
year.
Yeah,
Think
usually
about it.
one gets picked in the top 10, right?
I'm so
Wicked is a
glad.
popcorn movie, is it not? No, that's a musical. And
Yeah, it's a
got
musical. I'm
specific
so
follow-up.
glad Gladiator didn't get thrown in there. That is single. Oh God, that is the worst
You know, the
movie I've
problem
seen
with
in
that
years.
Wicked movie is Irvin, our social media director here, like ruined it for me because he dressed up like
Elphaba.
Elphaba.
Yeah.
And now when I see that lady,
You're just gonna
I
picture him.
picture him with that big nose he had on.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
For
and creepy.
Halloween, Irvin put on a fake
Seriously,
nose
you ruined that movie, dude.
and a long black
I don't want to
wig
see it because I think
and
you're-
painted himself
You
green.
didn't ruin it. It was fine.
No, you look great, but
What I
You missed my Wicked performance too.
oh god, did you wear that?
Oh, I did Defying Gravity on the stage.
Because they had karaoke.
So, Irvin, does it move fairly fast? The original Wizard of Oz was only 90 minutes. This is
Let's-
Well,
two movies that are each almost 3 hours apiece.
I'm not
The
watching
play
Wicked
itself.
until right before the second one is released. So I can
Yeah.
go back to back with it. That's when I'm
Oh,
going
like
to watch
binging
Wicked.
both of them?
Yes,
That's
I-
a 6-hour sit down.
I don't want to wait. Now you know me. I'll go
You
straight
do
to
a
the end.
6-hour prequel.
I'll go straight to the end, honey. Nobody needs to see that whole thing.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Well, you're just talking about Dennis Quaid eating shrimp. You know, everybody here.
But you'll hear that every day.
You were just talking about him eating the
aversion
shrimp.
to hearing shrimp.
And
I'm gonna
what
bring
do we
shrimp
love
cocktail
here?
tomorrow.
We love
Yeah.
crawfish boils in Houston. And crawfish restaurants are not exactly worried about the winter storm. I was reading that it's a well-known fact that when temperatures drop the catfish duck out. Now, the cold weather tends to freeze them.
Catfish or crawfish?
Crawfish. I'm sorry. Why did I say catfish?
We get
Crawfish.
catfished on crawfish.
Catfish world?
The crawfish actually freeze
fish
in
head?
place. They freeze in place, and the good news is that the crawfish are largely unaffected by the winter freeze.
Yeah.
The bad news is you can't
love
catch as
crawfish,
many.
huh?
I love crawfish. One of the best
This time
things
you're gonna
I've
slip
ever
the-
learned about in Houston.
Just like the head off of there, it'll be nice.
I don't do
come
the
out.
head. I just eat the body.
I don't like the guts.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this guy's
absolutely
such a
not.
thought.
But I am so excited about this,
Crawfish
Ryan.
pop.
But for the ladies, the best way to save your nails and your
some
face the rest of the day
gloves.
when you touch your face is wear latex gloves.
Yeah.
That way it won't get into your nail beds
Come on,
because it's
crawfish is
stained.
Oh
Guys-
my God! If I see someone wearing gloves eating crawfish,
You better.
I
Kevin,
roll
you know
my
what, though?
eyes.
You
It's
can roll your
not-
eyes all day, honey.
It's
Good.
not a bizarre concept. The hot dog, originally, people wore gloves to eat a hot dog. Before they had the bun invented, people they sell them hot dog gloves. They're little paper gloves, and people would eat the hot dog
So their
holding
dirty hands were
wearing
touching
hot
the
dog gloves.
I can see because if you go to the restroom, that could be dangerous.
With crawfish fingers? Heck
Crawfish
yeah.
fingers are terrible.
Gotta wash your hands
Real
really
quick, I have
well.
to give a shout out to Jacob Flores, guys. He texted us all in caps. His wife's name is Yvonne. It is their 18th wedding anniversary today.
Wow.
Nice.
And he would love for us to say, he loves you, Yvonne. And he can't wait for the next 18 years. I'm not finished my dedication, Ryan. Jeez.
Sorry.
Trying to be romantic
It is a
here.
requested dedication. I'm trying to read it for them.
Oh,
He
I'm
says we have
sorry.
He says we have 6 beautiful children and 2 beautiful grandbabies. Thank you so much for a shout out, Roula and Ryan Show, and thanks for listening.
children.
Jacob.
Up to our long distance dedication.
That's awesome.
18 years,
6
6 kids. Bravo to you
I feel like
guys.
That
the
is
first 12
impressive.
years have to be hard, 15 years, but then
Because you're in the trenches, man.
afterwards, when you're grandparents and that, you're going to have all those weddings and family.
Lot of
get-togethers.
bills.
That's bills. I'll think of the memories, but right,
All right.
think of the bills.
Coming up next, we really got into a conversation we weren't expecting today on Roula and Ryan's Roses. It
yeah.
was a girl who is worried about the dude her sister met, and she's worried for her sister's safety. You'll hear how it plays out next on KRBE.